G'day, it's Simon and James. Welcome back to South OC Cars and Coffee. You know, it was a little overcast when we came in this morning, but the cars are still rolling in. What have you seen, James?
It is a good day. We have a Mustang GTD that it looks like a dealer car that they've brought out. We have a built Gen 5 Viper as well, makes well over 1,000 horsepower. A couple of other really cool supercars. We have a reveal from the guys at Ford PPT with fresh kicks for a very cool build that they did. Just a good day overall.
So which do you reckon would be quicker around the Nürburgring, the Viper or the GTD?
GTD, for sure.
No, the answer to that question is
Has to.
The Corvette.
The Corvette, yes.
Corvette beat the GTD. Actually, great effort. We'll talk about that in a moment. Hey, don't forget, if you're coming to South OC Cars and Coffee, please remember, respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting on off those freeways. All right, mate, ton to see. Let's go for a walk and check some stuff out.
Let's do it. So this is an exciting way to start off the exotics road. This is my new to me 992 GTS. I've sold the RS6 and I've got this as a new daily driver. First week of ownership, I absolutely love this car. Black exterior, I did a full red interior as well, which I'll actually open it up and show you guys. Full red guts, which I absolutely love, satin carbon, and a 7-speed manual as well. It was an absolute nightmare to find this car. Took me way longer than I expected, to be honest with you, in this condition, but very glad that I waited for the right one to pop up. So, full power package with VF Engineering. I've lowered it. Up next, we have HRE wheels, a couple of other goodies for the exterior. So we're excited to bring you guys along for this build and show you guys what it ends up looking like in the end.
All right, next to James's brand new GTS, we have the new Mustang GTD. We were all super excited when we saw this thing pull in. Everyone's there, get it on the front row. You know, people don't appreciate just how special this car is. We did the reveal here for Ford a number of months ago, and I got to speak to the Ford team about some of the stuff that's on the car. For example, underneath the front there is active aero, so it actually activates at different speed. It's got a 5.2 litre supercharged V8 that's actually 815 horsepower, coupled to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission, so completely different. The body is carbon fibre. I believe the doors are about the only thing that's constant or the same as the regular Mustang. I mean, look at the brakes on it. The other cool thing about this is the rear aero is actually connected onto the C-pillar, not onto the trunk, so that gives it its perfect 50-50 weight balance, as well as the downforce being on the front. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it through the back window, but one of the prettiest things in there is this opposing pushrod suspension that's actually viewable in a acrylic window through the back window, which is super cool. This car, of course, blitzed the time around the Nürburgring, gave us the fastest US time, knocked the Viper off that top 10 mark that it held, and then of course the Corvette came along and just pipped it as well, and I've heard that Ford's been out there trying to redo it again. Hey, it doesn't matter for me whether you're a Mopar person, a Ford person, a GM person. It's just great seeing these cars so quick, doing so well at the Nürburgring. And I know the purists out there, the Porsche people go, oh, you can't compare this to a GT3 RS. You know what? There was a time when a guy called Carroll Shelby came along, took a European designed body, threw in a big block Ford and called it a GT40 and won some races overseas. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever happens, if this gives the manufacturers inspiration to continue to build these really special cars, then I absolutely applaud them. I love this car. I think it's absolutely amazing. You know, I'm a GM guy, but I would proudly own one of these because it is so special, and it's so great to see it at the show today as well.
This thing is absolutely insane. We have a Gen 5 Viper with a fully built motor, from my understanding. Came in sounding crazy. It has a massive cabinet, and you can see a Pro Charger on the front. This thing means business. From what the owner was telling me, it makes a little over 1,000 wheel. It is just so rowdy. Love hearing this thing chopping here. So cool seeing these cars. Now, this is a car that deserves some more love. Here we have a Lamborghini Urus Performante. Very cool spec, might I add. It's the frosted white with factory satin carbon. Very cool. You have the magnesium wheels on here as well. And the Urus Performante is such a cool car, in my opinion. So essentially, you take the facelifted Urus S, remove the air suspension, put coilovers on it, a more aggressive rear wing, more aggressive software, and some cool visual upgrades on the front. And then you have yourself a race-inspired Urus. It's very cool. As far as a factory option goes, I mean, It is a significant upgrade to the standard Urus. Love the inside, full Alcantara, satin carbon all through the inside as well. Someone has gone nuts on the spec sheet with this car. Absolutely love it.
Capo Mazda here again this week. I love these new little Miatas. You know, they're a great little car. They really put this sort of open top sports car back on the map again. You know what MG started all those years ago, they reinvigorated this whole industry. I don't think we'd have things like Boxsters and the Z4 and some of those cars without this. If you've not driven one of these, I highly recommend it. They are such a fun, really active little drive. They are a true little sports car. They are not softened down. They are not anything but exactly what the original Miatas were. Just rolling on, we've got the guys here from Next Level Auto Protection. I want to point this out because this is super cool. So when this car rolled in, it looks like it has got the nicest paintwork in the world. You can't see it at the moment because it's a little bit misty, but it's actually a metallic wrap. It's actually a PPF in an actual metallic. So it looks like the car has been painted beautifully, but it's actually a wrap. So if you've got a car that perhaps the paintwork's looking a bit untidy, there's no longer the days where if you put PPF or vinyl on it that it looks compromised. Really interesting finish on it. I just can't believe that it's actually not paint. If you're coming to Southeast here Cars and Coffee, make sure to go down to the end of the outlets and check out the showroom that European Exotic Centre has set up. It's a massive showroom. You know, they're here every week with 3 cars at least. And the mix of vehicles they bring down every week is something different. Obviously, Urus there. Beautiful Ford GT sitting here as well. They just sold a red one, in fact, to a friend of mine. Now they got a silver one as well. And then next to it, we've got a 488 Spider. So make sure to check them out. I mean, you come to this car show, make sure after the show to go down the other end to European Exotic Centre and check out their car show because their lineup is so impressive. One of the most underrated little cars. It's pretty. Look at this, Alfa Romeo 4C. Love the wheels on it. Last week you may remember me talking about another Alfa Romeo, the GT was here, had the same sort of wheels. But this is a little mid-engine car. And the fact that this thing handles like it's on rails, 50-50 weight balance, great little engine in it, looks pretty, but people don't notice them, which is a real shame. It's kind of in the same class as something like a 718 Cayman, or maybe the new little Lotus as well. But I just think they're a really pretty little car, very, very capable, and not everybody's got one, which is kind of cool. This is a regular at the show. This is a Noble M400. These guys are out of the UK. A little bit like someone like TVR, build these incredible cars, source an engine from somewhere else. This is actually a Ford engine in this thing. Turbocharged as well. Quick little car, well balanced, handles well. They've made quite a few cars over the year, but not really well known here in the States. People don't know really what they are, but I mean, you look at the fabrication on this thing, it's race car. A lot of the interior bits come from other makes, a lot of the dials, the binnacles, steering column, those sort of things. Exactly the same as the TVR, but it's interesting to see because it's, once again, like I just said about that Alfa, you just don't see many of them around, which makes it stand out. We have a lineup of, call it Chevy SS, but let's call it what it really is. This is a Holden Commodore, built in Australia, running an LS engine, effectively the same running gear as Gen 5 Camaro, like I've got, for example, a little less modified, but this one not. Look at that, running a Pro Charger on top of that engine, so this thing will be making some decent horsepower. So in Australia, this was the car that was the last, I call it good Holden made, because the next one that was brought in was actually a rebadged Opal, but rear wheel drive, same Tremec gearbox as the Camaro, just a great car, big Brembos on the front. So this one running its original Chevy badges, this one somebody's gone and put the Holden badges on there, making it back to what it used to be. Nice over the radiator intake there, intake manifold as well. Let's have a look, see if they made the changes on the inside, because that's something a lot of people don't do. Oh yes, they have. This is classy. So they've actually changed the badge in the middle of the airbag, which is kind of cool as well. A lot of guys don't do that. So great car, very capable. This is, think of it exactly, it's like a four-door Camaro basically. So these two side by side, really nice. Next to it, this was a Caprice. In Australia, this was the predecessor. The predecessor of this is the VF Commodore, was a VE Commodore. The long wheelbase version in Australia was called a Statesman, and this was the luxury version of the Commodore, effectively. But here in the States, they were sold as police cars because they had extra room, but still had that LS-derived engine. Typically, depending on the model, L98 was the configuration that was basically a 6-litre, not a 6.2 litre, but the same sort of internals as an LS3. Great to see all these guys lined up.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh.
This old FJ Land Cruiser. Not a Toyota, a toilet. Under the hood running a small block Chev Edelbrock carb on this thing, so to have a little bit of get up and go. Actually tell, looking up under the front, looks like the I guess the front and rear diff have both been changed. Big winch on the front of it. Billet grill in the front of the thing. Really difficult to tell what year it is, for me at least, because it does not have the blinkers that it would normally have up here. That makes it the easiest way to tell what year it is, but pretty cool. Like everything's done properly, good suspension. The chassis obviously all been powder coated. Someone's done a lot of work to it. Another car with a V8 transplant, this little Austin Healey, this would not have had this motor in there originally. It would have had, I believe, an inline 6. This looks to me like a Ford small block V8 shoehorned under there, and then it's got some wide fenders put on as well. So somebody's trying to turn this Austin Healey into something a little more like a Cobra, which is very cool. Super B Survivor car here. Very clean underneath there. Nice looking air cleaner, ram charger on there as well. But this car looks like it's been somewhere where there's a bit of rain, because if we come around the side, this side doesn't look too bad. A little bit of rust down underneath there. Let's come around to the other side I saw, however, and she's all gone. And that's one of the difficult things of restoring a car. There's like 3 different layers of metal underneath there. It's not like you just have to replace the inside and the outside. If you just replace the outside, then the metal on the inside will still spread that rust back through everything you've just fixed afresh. So when you see these cars getting restored and you see like 6-figure price tags to do it, it's because there's so much work replacing that metal. Some companies make replacement metal, other times it actually has to be fabricated as well. Same with down in there as well. But still, this car is definitely either worth keep driving it like it is, call it a Survivor, or fix it because it's worth tons of money. Now, speaking of cars that are worth money, this is a Roadrunner Superbird, and it sort of caught me a little off guard because you can't see it yet, but it actually doesn't have bucket seats, and maybe wonder if this thing is a clone. Interesting, like that beautiful front end on these Superbirds, that nose cone that got banned by NASCAR. As you come around, not only split bench, but look at that, it's actually a column auto as well. Now, you might look at that and go, there's no way in the world that this is a factory Superbird because it's got a column auto and a split bench. The fact of the matter is, the base model Roadrunner Superbird actually did come with a column auto, and it actually did come with a bench seat. You then opted to put things in it like that pistol grip shifter, for example, and bucket seats. So they obviously had to get their numbers up so they could run in NASCAR. So you look at this and you go, oh, it's, you know, it looks like a Superbird. It's got all the stuff on there. This one's obviously been had some work done on it. You can see the overspray here. But you know, the steering wheel looks legit, and the fact that it's a column auto on a bench seat does not mean that it's a clone. As I said, the base model Superbird did actually come with a bench seat and a column auto. Most people would want this thing with a pistol grip and with bucket seats, but they only made 1,084 of the column auto bench seats across all of those models. So this is probably rarer than the more sought after pistol grip manual. Oh man, have a look how clean this thing is. Under the hood, it looks like it is absolutely brand new. I mean, it just literally looks like it's just rolled off the factory. And then nice looking wheels on it, nice looking interior as well with those Recaros. I can't see the mileage because it's a digital display, but this thing's got to be a low miles car. It looks absolutely brand new.
girls with their nails done now.
XJS Jaguar, not running an XJS 12-cylinder engine, running an LS engine. There's a reason for that. The V12 on these things was so crammed in with so little space and so hard to work on. The joke used to be, if you pulled a motor out of a V12 XJS and put it back in and want to know if you've left any parts out, you simply tip a bucket of water over the top, and if a drip comes through, you know you must have forgotten something. That's how tight they were. So this thing's actually, it's a shame that it doesn't have the V12 because that kind of made the car, but also it's probably super reliable. But look under there as well, running a Hurst shifter, so it's obviously not running the original automatic transmission as well, probably running whatever was hooked up to that LS originally in a GTO or a Camaro or something like that. Clean looking car though. They had great lines. Come back and look at the side of this thing. They were a really stylish car. They were the big GT style Jaguar car for this era, like just really lovely. Unfortunately, the US model didn't have the one-piece headlights on the front like the rest of the world did. It was a safety thing, and it kind of ruined the front end of this car because with those one-piece headlights it looks so good, but still, it's a very sassy L1.
With their nails.
Saw this little guy pull in and heard it. Quite the little animal. Wheelwood brakes, cross-drilled ventilated discs. Under the hood, I don't think that's the original little 1 litre or 1.2 or 1.6 that this era came with. Look at that, it's a twin cam, turbo on there as well. Just really nicely engineered, nice camber adjusters on the top. This is a tough little car. Carbon fibre aero under there, and a roll cage in there. You probably can't see it, but nice racing buckets, really nice shifter, quick release steering wheel. This is a serious little race car. Carbon fibre trunk lid, great little car. Oh, this is great. Old classic Ford pickup. Come up into it. Look at that, sitting up in there. Basically, that's obviously what it looked like when he dragged it out of the middle of a field somewhere. And now it looks like this. I love the fact that it's still got a flathead V8 as well. You see guys put everything from small block Fords to small block Chevs, but a flathead is what this thing needs given the era. But just super clean, nice neat steering wheel, nice interior, nice wood tray. And being brought back from the dead, literally, which is super special. All right, so this is funny. As we've walked around today, we've seen plenty of cars with skeletons in them. This guy's rolling around with a skeleton on his motorcycle. That's super cool. You know what would really freak? Is this yours or yours? Yeah, what would really freak me out if you're riding along and all of a sudden he turns around and puts his arms around your waist to hold on. That'd be pretty scary. Good job, mate. Good job. Look at this thing. This is crazy. BMW. Look at this. I guess the covers on the wheel. Forged carbon around here as well. Really interesting looking bike. Great turnout of motorcycles this morning. All the way up through here, back down through here. Great to see. Couple of nice looking Cadillacs here, of course, supercharged engine. I'll point something out interesting. So both of them are running a 10 rib pulley system that you can tell by the width of the pulley. But look at the size of this pulley. This is a Grip-Tech pulley. That means that the pulley is actually knurled so that the belt doesn't slip on it. But look at the size of that. Now come over to this one. Look how small that is, which means that's turning the pulley a lot faster, which means more boost. The other thing about this is a bit of a telltale, nitrous outlet solenoids up there. So this thing's obviously running nitrous as well. Dyno sheet, really interesting. You'll notice it maxes out at about 1,000 horsepower and the torque, but what's interesting, the torque's right down here in terms of engine speed, not right at the end. It actually tapers off, but still a great effort. It's saying here that it's made 1,002 horsepower at the wheels, 1,002.8, and 1,019 foot-pounds of torque.
That is it for another South OC Cars and Coffee. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Please remember, if you are attending the event, it's very important. Respect our rules, no revving, no speeding, no burnouts. That includes on the property, driving through the streets of San Clemente, and then getting on and off those freeways. I want to say a massive thank you to all the sponsors. We have the Bracket Two-Way Marketing, Maguire's, Mazda, Next Level Auto Protection, iAccident Lawyers, Go Mobile Tire, Sierra Ineos Grenadier, European Exotic Center, Hillbank Motor Corporation, and of course Magnaflow and Camberg as well. I want to say a massive thank you also to all the volunteers that help us put on this event each and every week. We could not do it without you guys. Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch, where we handle all the volunteer rostering. And then while you're over, check out some of our hats, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers,
loads of new stuff.
everything you
Brand new
possibly
hoodies
want
today.
from South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. If you are volunteering, you get to bring your car in before 8:30. Then Ruby's Diner provides a free coffee and donut for everyone helping us out.
Yeah, massive thank you to Ruby's for doing that and feeding the masses every week, and a big thank you to the outlets of San Clemente. Remember, if you need to do any shopping, go to the movies, grab a coffee, whatever, come to the outlets, tell them South OC Cars and Coffee sent you. And also a big thank you to the city of San Clemente for their ongoing support as well. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.
Thank you guys.